English for long life. I'm Michelle and today we are here with you with our new lesson which comes under the basic parts of speech. If you've not yet watched our previous videos, don't worry, we've dropped down the link in our description box. You can go there, click on it and watch it. Further, if you need to get connected with English for long life, there are more ways, that is through Instagram and Facebook. So why should we waste time? Let's go and see what's new today. Welcome to our classroom. Today we will be discussing about the third important topic which comes under the basic parts of speech, and that is adverbs. Throughout our lesson today, we will be teaching you how to define an adverb. We will provide you a lot of examples. Not only that, we will also teach you how to state the adverb in a sentence. So, let's get started. What would be the most basic definition that you could give for an adverb? Most of you might have heard that adverb is just a verb that is used to describe a word. But what if I show you an extended definition with some more content added to it? It's like this. An adverb describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. So remember that adverb is not only a word that describes a verb, but also it does describe an adjective as well as another adverb. Further, it tells us how, where, how much, and with what frequency a particular action could occur. An adverb can tell further things like this: how an action happened. For example, we have some adverbs that describe how the action has happened in certain situations. Examples like this: quietly, peacefully, carefully, slowly. If someone asks you a question like, how did he drive the car? You can give the answer, he drove the car slowly. So that example, the word slowly, shows how the action had happened. So the next one, where the action has happened. So for example, you have outside, here, behind, far and above. Now this requires you to describe the particular place where the action has happened. For example, where are the birds flying? Where are the birds flying? So the answer for that is, they fly above the sky. So the word above describes where the birds flew. So next one comes with when the action happened. We have examples like tonight, now, yesterday, today and yet. When is the concert? So these are the adverbs that describe about a time. Now you can see, when is the concert? It's tonight. So you can use these adverbs which comes under, which describes where, when the action has happened. So we have tonight, now. What are you doing? I'm learning now. So it also describes what is the action happening and when it is happening. The fourth one is to what extent the action has happened. That describes like extremely, quite, almost, rather. She was extremely sad with the bad news. So it describes about her sadness. So don't forget that I told you, an adverb describes an adjective. Sadness is an adjective. So we have used the adverb which comes with extremely to describe an adjective, sadness. She was extremely sad. She was extremely sad with the bad news. The next one is how often the action had occurred. So you could say the number of times the action had occurred. It could be always, sometimes, often and usually. If like someone asks you, do you work daily? I always do work. If someone asks you, how often do you travel by bus? I do travel by bus very often. So that shows how often or how usually you are into an action. So remember, these are a very limited number of adverbs we have come up with this lesson today. There are a wide range of adverbs that you could learn throughout English language. Now let us see the different types of adverbs which I consider important. There are 5 of them. So let's see what they are and let's get a wide range of knowledge regarding that. The first category that comes under the different types of adverbs is number 1, adverbs of time. What is an adverb of time? It tells us when something happened or when someone did something. For example, it may also tell us the duration of the action. Let us just have a look throughout these examples and understand what is an adverb of time. Tomorrow, I'm going to America. So it describes when that person is planning to go to America. So it describes simply like when something has happened. So when is he going to America? He's going to America tomorrow. So we have used the adverb of time to describe the time of the action. Number 2, we've already eaten the dinner. So the action is already completed and the time frame which explains when the action has been completed describes using the adverb already. Example number 3, journalists will be able to show us the preview soon. So there also it describes when the action is about to happen. Now you can see that I have scored up 3 words in the 3 different sentences. So that shows the position of an adverb that has taken place inside a sentence. In the first sentence, you can see that an adverb of time could be possibly used at the start of a sentence. Just like this, tomorrow I'm going to America. In the second sentence, it shows that an adverb of time could be placed in the middle position. Just like this, like we've already eaten the dinner. Don't worry, it will also take the final position or the end position of a sentence like this. Journalists will be able to show us the preview soon. Well, the next important topic is adverbs of degree. What is an adverb of degree? These are the adverbs that answer the question how much and to what extent. Just pause the video, rewind and look at the first part of this video. You will get cleared with what are the examples that come up to what extent or how much. You could find there more examples rather than this. Well, let's see how these examples could be set in sentences. We have examples such as almost, rather, quite, to, and enough. If we look the placement of this inside the sentence, you will notice a quite difference that I have only squared the middle part of the sentence. So please remember, adverbs of degree could only be used in the middle section of the sentence. It cannot be at the starting point or the end position. It sounds like this. I can hardly believe what you said. You cannot say, I can believe what you said hardly. That's impossible, right? That sounds wrong. So just let's have a look at the second sentence. She was quite sure about her results. She was quite sure about her results. So you cannot say that she was sure about her results quite. So that's also wrong. So therefore remember, adverbs of degree show how much or to what extent an action has occurred. So here it's like believing hardly and being sure, quite being sure. So this is just, I've used 2 examples here. Some more examples like almost, rather, I almost believed her. So there also you can see that I've used almost in the middle part of this sentence. She rather tell the truth. So she rather tell the truth. So before the verb you have rather and rather comes in the middle part of the section. So I have provided 4 examples for you. Apart from these examples, there are a lot of examples that can be categorized under the major category of adverbs of degree. There are certain rules, like spelling rules, when it comes to the adverbs of degree, so you can go and learn them. But remember, adverbs of degree could be only placed in the middle part of a sentence. What could be the third important topic? It's like adverbs of manner. If someone asks you what is an adverb of manner, what would your answer be? It's is just simple like this. It describes how and in what way an action of the verb is carried out. So it simply means like how the action is occurred, in what kind of a manner. So let's see, there are certain examples given here, and apart from these there are a lot of adverbs that could describe the adverb of manner. So here we have the first example, suddenly the eagle opened its wings. So how did the eagle open its wings? It was suddenly, so it describes the manner of the action. He slowly backed his car into the garage. So it was like he slowly backed his car. So how did he back his car? It was slowly. There again, this describes the manner of the action. That means like how the action happened. The third one, the horse whisked its tail angrily. The horse whisked its tail angrily. So how did the horse whisk its tail? It was angrily. So the action whisked is further defined with an adverb of manner using angrily. So as usual in the previous examples, we showed you how to place the adverbs in a particular sentence. Same like that, adverbs of manner could take any place of the sentence like the starting point, the middle part and also the end position. The fourth important topic under the classification of adverbs would be adverbs of frequency. These adverbs always tell us how often something takes place, either in definite terms or in indefinite terms. Just like this. Sometimes I see him at the supermarket. So sometimes, it's not always, but it's sometimes. There you can see how often the action has happened. In the second one, he always has sandwiches for his lunch. So that means he's always having sandwiches for his lunch. He visits me occasionally. Occasionally means from time to time. So that also, sometimes, usually, occasionally, always, never, rather, seldom. So these are the adverbs that could categorize under the adverbs of frequency. These adverbs show how often an action could occur. Just like the previous examples, you can see in these examples too, I have boxed up some certain words in certain sentences. Just like sometimes in the first, that shows you that adverbs of frequency could be used at the starting point of a sentence as well as in the middle position. Not only that, even in the end position. So, apart from these adverbs, there are quite a lot of adverbs that could describe about the frequency. The fifth category, which I think is important, is the adverbs of place. These adverbs answer the question to where. It describes the place of where the action had happened. So it's very easy to identify. Any word that is used to describe a verb, an adjective or another adverb, but which describes the place of where the action happened, then it's an adverb of place. Let's have a look at the examples. Next to her, I felt like a fruit. Next to her, I felt like a fruit. So where did he felt like a fruit? It was next to her. I lived here for 2 years. For how long have you lived here? I've lived here for 2 years. So there I have used the adverb of place here. Number 3, bring the boxes here. Bring the boxes here. Where should I bring the boxes? You should bring the boxes here. So just like the previous examples, there are 3 positions that an adverb of place could take. The starting point, the middle and the end point. Apart from these examples too, there are a wide range of examples that could describe an adverb of place. Now, we've already reached the end of our lesson today. So let us have a review of what we've learned today. First, we discussed about the adverbs of time. So under that, we discussed how or what are the words that could be used to describe the time. And second, we discussed about the adverbs of degree. Third, we discussed about the adverbs of manner. Fourth, adverbs of frequency. And finally, we had a detailed discussion about adverbs of place. I hope you have already gained a vast knowledge regarding adverbs of time, degree, manner, frequency, and place. If you have any questions, don't forget to drop them down in the comment section. And if you've not yet subscribed our YouTube channel, please go down there. Click on the subscribe button. Don't forget to click on the bell icon so that you won't miss any of our latest videos. So, until we meet with our next important lesson, goodbye.